Good morning, grand rising. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Beautiful morning, nice and fresh. So I haven't actually jumped on here in a while to drop a video on YouTube, but I said I'd jump on today. It's been probably a week, so I've been busy building. I've been building block streams and open links, and bringing people in. I have nearly 100 users now, active users, that are publishing video content which get pulled through the system every single day, which is awesome. So I'm delighted with that. But me communicating with people, sharing information, and also helping people in ways has brought a result. So super happy, because people notice, and when you're building relationships as well, people want to bring you in. And if you have a skill or something of value to provide, they bring you in, and they will help you in a way that can result in a massive reward. So that's what's after happening. So someone reached out to me, we had a conversation, and they see what I can do when it comes to building stuff, and with, I suppose, my knowledge from it, and I'm ready to get started and helping them create their vision and be part of it, combined with my vision. So it's awesome, and it'll provide a brilliant result if everything goes to plan the way that was discussed. So I have high hopes. I am not a person that really needs much in terms of demands and all that kind of carry on. I do expect to be obviously rewarded, but in what I do, for what I do. And I'm not very greedy either when it comes to whatever happens. I'm good with, because it's going to change a projection of which way I was going. So I know this doesn't make any sense to anyone watching, but to me, it makes perfect sense, everything I'm saying. So yeah, I can't really talk about it right now. It's kind of private, but you could be seeing this over the next few weeks, and I'll obviously fill in the blanks and fill out some information on what's going on and the result that's happening with it. It's a combination of what I have with Open Lens. So I'll be actually building fresh and having something else completely. And it's basically like a partnership where we're working together on this. And we have different skill sets where it comes to the results that we want from it. And I'm happy doing what I'm doing. He's happy doing what he's doing. But look at that sky. What an amazing morning. So yeah, I couldn't have asked for better. And the funny thing is, when you're at your worst moment, something happens that turns it around, usually. Over the years, like, I've had problems, I had struggles, and when I hit a hard wall, someone, like, for example, my mother would come to me and say, "Hey, Dan, here's $20 or €20, we have in Ireland. Here's €20, go buy yourself lunch or something." And that €20 is like a relief, when you're stuck. So yeah, I've had that. I've had those moments, or when, for example, I was in Australia, traveling around, and I was there. Finished the fruit picking, was working in construction, labouring, and my father came over, and he was like, "Come home, your mom and myself miss you, and we want the company, and your grandparents are kind of still alive, except for one of them, obviously." How do you know that's obvious? Jesus. So one of them passed away while we were there, and there was 3 left. And I could have stayed there. I could be still living in Australia. I could have a family over there. I could have whatever, but I changed my mind, and I decided with my father I'd come home, and it was the best decision I ever made. I met my wife, the love of my life, And, you know, we moved in together and we're happily married over 10 years now. Jesus, 10 years. It's kind of crazy to think that it happened so fast. So, that's the dealio. But yeah, so things are working out pretty well the way I want them to. I think from now on, I'm not really going to be talking about myself with these videos. I'm going to start moving on to, you know, actually topics that can help you move forward. I'm not going to go down the route of, oh, this is what you should do, this is the mindset you should have, blah, 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 you know, the Andrew Tate kind of stuff. I'm actually going to be talking about, I suppose, what's happening in the world right now, you know, in terms of, I suppose, business and, you know, virality and stuff like that. So, you know, to make my videos blow up a bit. And it'll be entertaining. I'll try to keep it fun as well. Okay. Another beautiful day down here in Muckers, crossing the bridge. Look at that light in the background as well. And oh yeah, I have Murph and Deaky there too. My two little rascals. Anyway, cheers. Hope you're having a great day.